Life is a journey. Whether you're in the pilot seat or not, the days, months, and years keep flying by. Ever notice how some people seem to manage their lives and careers, while others sit, buckled down, just looking out the window? Have you ever wished for a little more control and predictability in how your life unfolds? In the next 8 minutes, I introduce a model that not only explains how life tends to evolve, but more importantly, teach you how to take charge and make your journey deliberate and purpose-driven. Let's start with some fundamentals. Life is fluid and cyclical. It isn't linear nor completely predictable. However, the first step in creating a more deliberate life is to start with a period of reflection, searching, and discovery. The goal is to create a plan or a purpose early on. To do so, start by asking yourself lots of questions. Spend time reflecting before you take off. Questions like, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What are your dreams? What's your calling or purpose? Metaphorically, you need to build a flight plan. You want to have a sense of where you want to go so you're ready to launch. Once you launch and you're engaged in pursuing your goals, you're in the growth stage. This is characterized by energy, excitement, and just general everyday high. Continuing the metaphor, you've taken off and you're climbing higher every day. By definition, new can't last forever. The intensity and excitement of your takeoff activities simply aren't sustainable. Eventually, you'll settle. This is a maturing of sorts. You become more comfortable and content. For most, this is an enjoyable stage of the journey. You've attained some mastery and competence. You enjoy what you do, the life you've built, in a very comfortable, positive way. Metaphorically, our pilot can be heard saying, you've reached the desired cruising altitude, the weather looks clear, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. The next stage can sneak up on you. If you're not actively managing your life or career, comfort can turn to complacency, consistent to boring. This is the stage of decline. You start to lose altitude. You become a bit groggy and complacent. Generally, things are too predictable. Your life's in default. You go to the same job, work the same problems with the same people. Too much routine and predictability at home as well. You certainly don't want to throw everything out and start over. In fact, that's part of the issue. Things aren't bad enough to launch a major change, but you're clearly losing altitude. The decline stage should be a wake-up call. When you start to notice, add depth and breadth to your activities. Clarify your focus. Before you know it, you can regain the feelings of contentment and enjoyment. However, if you stay in default and you ignore the decline, you'll continue to fall. Your grogginess gets more pronounced and you decline into a numbness and complacency. You even become a bit disenchanted, disengaged, and even disinterested. Worst scenario, you continue to ignore. If you do, you'll continue to decline. It won't end well. I know people that become resentful, bitter, blameful, or hostile, in essence, crash land. You hit the ground well short of your desired destination and you resent it. There's endless causes of why people crash. It could be you were fired, laid off, passed over for one too many promotions, your partner may have left you. Could be just the fatigue and frustration of never quite having the life you want. Whatever the reason, far too many people live and act as if the journey's over. This may sound too negative, too pessimistic, but I assure you, without intentional intervention, these are the stages you'll experience. I don't know any job, career, marriage, aspiration, dream, or relationship that just happens and then continues forever without adding thought and effort. However, with intention, purpose, and effort, you can influence your journey. In fact, if you want to make your life a deliberate journey, there's actually a strategy that you can deploy. The easiest way to make your journey deliberate is to start early. As you're enjoying the cruising altitude or even the climb, start to prepare for what's next. I appreciate that this is counterintuitive. After all the hard work to get where you are, you want to ride it for a little longer. However, the deliberate approach has you start looking for what's next while enjoying the ride. Start asking questions like, how can I take my marriage to the next level? How can I continue to grow my career? Or what else in life would I like to do? What are additional dreams I'd like to pursue? Before the decline stage begins, complete a new flight plan. Determine what's next. Deliberately making a plan for the next phase while still experiencing the satisfaction of the current plan is the intent. Before you know it, you can do some mid-air adjustments and you're off on another journey with all of the fresh excitement, energy, and growth once again at the forefront of your experience. While ideal, I'd predict less than 10% of the population are this proactive. Far more people wait until they experience the decline. By no means is this too late. Most can still create a plan when they take the time and energy to do so. The new plan should represent where you are in life now and where you want to go. Simply think it through, relaunch, and continue. It sounds pretty straightforward and relatively easy. You create a flight plan or a life plan, implement it, level off into a period of enjoyment for a while, replan, relaunch for the next phase. Who wouldn't want that? Why doesn't everyone lead a deliberate journey? Well, there's one key element of the model I haven't talked about yet. It's the battlefield. The battlefield is an internal war, a war with yourself. 4 primary forces exist in the battlefield, intent to stop your efforts to change, grow, or risk. These aren't strangers, you know them. Fear, self-doubt, insecurity, and vulnerability. These forces tend to surface when you consider change, opportunities, or dreams. Think about the last time you wanted to apply for a promotion. Watch how fast self-doubt came in to stop you. Think about quitting your job and starting your own business. Fear and insecurity are ready to pounce. Want to talk to your partner about your hopes, dreams, desires, and passions? Vulnerability is laughing in your face. These forces are relentless. Overtly or covertly, they fight against your hopes, dreams, and ideas. They work every day to keep you firmly locked in a place, even as you feel the decline. While most of us don't admit to being scared, insecure, or vulnerable, I do hear, I can't, why bother, who cares, it wouldn't work anyway, it's too late. These are signs a crash landing is in your future. If you lose the battle, your opportunity to reinvent your circumstance fade away and your journey continues down toward bitterness, resentment, and blame. Strange as it may sound, there is still one last chance. I've seen on occasion where something terrible happens, yet from it something wonderful is born. Consider some potential examples. A heart attack, getting fired, your partner moves out, a loved one dies. What am I, crazy? How can these ever be wonderful events? Well, they're wonderful in 2 powerful ways. First, they help you discover that you have nothing else to lose. As such, the battlefield is no longer scary. Secondly, you get blessed with the gift of perspective. You see, in light of these terrible circumstances, your fear, self-doubt, and insecurity are silly at best. While much is needed to still get back on a path for growth, you're now motivated to do so, and you can begin again. That's the deliberate journey. At Volutus, we're here to help with your personal and professional efforts. Whether helping you to build your plan, maintaining your cruising altitude for as long as possible, fighting the forces in the battlefield, or figuring out what the next chapter looks like, we've been there, done that, and are ready to help you. Check out my blog post for additional insights, suggestions, and techniques. Look forward to continuing with you.